Clarence Bones Adams, who has taken the Sean O'Grady route. He turned pro at the age of 15, now at the ripe old age of 20, and Johnny's getting ready for his 36th professional fight.
Oh yeah, he's a terrific fighter. 180 amateur fights is where he learned how to fight. He's had all the fights as a professional, including a title shot. This kid's really a fine boxer puncher.
And he is not taking his 37-year-old opponent for granted. Felipe Garcia is dangerous. Just ask Mauricio Diaz, who was 25-0 and world ranked before Garcia beat him.
Oh yeah, he was a kick fighter. He even beat Troy Dorsey. Remember our fine friend from Texas? He beat him in the kick fighting ranks. He brings that same type of style into boxing. He is a brawler. He likes to get on the inside, and tonight he says he just wants to beat Adams and break his bones.
Well, Garcia turned that fight against Diaz. I'm glad you got a kick out of that. Into a brawl. Really out-hustled the undefeated Diaz. That was a couple of years ago. Now at the age of 37, can Garcia do that with a 20-year-old Bones Adams?
Well, you know, that is Garcia's style. However, it is a 20-year-old Adams and a more experienced Adams at only 20 years old. I think the bottom line is the youth of Adams will help him a lot in this fight for the 37-year-old Garcia.
All right, let's size up these two fighters now on the tail of the tape. Both weighing in on the Castrol tail of the tape at 124 pounds. Adams has the height advantage, but oddly enough, Garcia has that small reach advantage. We are in Moline, Illinois, and here are the Illinois rules. No standing 8 count. 3 knockdown rule is not in effect. You can be saved by the bell in the last round only, and here in Illinois, it's the 5-point must scoring system. And we're ready for the introduction, so let's go up to our ring announcer in the black tuxedo with the white accessories. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Bito.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the Illinois State Boxing and Wrestling Board. The chairman is Phil Siegel. Executive Secretary Nick Carasiotis. Top Rank Incorporated in association with Lady Luck Casino and Budweiser. This Bud's for you present 10 rounds featherweights. Your referee for this event from Chicago, Illinois, Tim Adams. Introducing the principals first in the red corner to my right, wearing the all black trunks. He weighs 124 pounds with a professional record of 16 wins, 11 defeats, 1 draw with 9 knockouts. El Hijo de Zacatecas, Mexico, now making his home in Denver, Colorado, Felipe Garcia. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold accessories. He also weighs 124 pounds, professional record, 30 victories, 3 defeats, 2 draws. He has 16 knockouts. He hails from Carmi, Illinois, Clarence Bones Adams. 10 rounds, featherweights.
Okay, listen up now. I gave both of you men your instructions in the dressing room, all right? I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Keep your punches up at all times. Point them in, use your water freely. If it's before, for the safety of the fighters and myself, clean it up. Good luck to both of you. Let's go to work.
Bones Adams, at the age of 18, he had a record of 27-0 and found himself in a world championship fight against Orlando Canizales. In a fight that was pretty close before Adams had his jaw rattled and injured, and his father then working his corner, threw in the towel in the 11th round, and the fight was then stopped. And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and to show how tough he was, that jaw was broken in the 3rd round, he says. He hung in there until that 11th round. Very tough young man.
He's lost 3 fights against 30 victories, and in each of the losses, including the Gonzalez, he lost basically because of injuries. He lost to Frank Toledo. Fight stopped in the 4th when Adams dislocated the shoulder. Said he did not need surgery. So in the next fight, dislocated the shoulder again. The Jeff Tremblay was stopped in the 6th round. And then had surgery. That was a year and a half ago. He is back now, and there is Garcia with a wild shot that may have blanched Adams and certainly woke him up. Felipe Garcia, we talked about his victory over Mauricio Diaz. That was back in September of '93. Since that time, Garcia has lost 4 in a row, although one was a rematch against Garcia. He lost a 10-rounder. He fought Tony Green at the Blue Horizon, but gave Green quite a scare, knocking him down in the second round before going 10 and losing. Completely taken out, stopped by Rudy Zavala. And in his last fight, which could be an indicator here tonight against Cedric Mingo, 22-5 fighter, lost a 12-rounder, but Mingo established himself as just too fast and too slick and jabbed his way to unanimous decision. And Garcia tonight again facing a very fast, quick fighter in Adams.
Yeah, very slick fighter in Adams. He said, road warrior, I'm going to get the bad decisions on the road. Many of those 11 losses, he says, really were not losses. And he considers the Tony Green fight. And he said he felt like he won 6 of the 8 rounds. He knocked him down, as you mentioned, in the second round of that fight. So he views a lot of those as learning experiences. Felipe Garcia already in this first round giving more room than I have seen him give in the past. He is a slow starter.
And also patient. He knows he has 10 rounds to work. Wants to see a little more of Clarence Bones Adams.
Exactly. He said, I know nothing about Adams. He says, I don't like to know anything about my opponent. I like to go in the fights blind. Felipe Garcia is certainly doing that.
And the movement by Adams to slip away. Cast on the feet.
Get out.
10 seconds to go in round number 1, and we will pause now for a word from your local cable systems. Tonight at the Mark of the Quad Cities. A nice crowd in hand. Looking forward to seeing Michael Nunn, who is basically will be fighting in his own backyard. He's from across the Mississippi in Davenport, Iowa. And right now, it's Clarence Bones Adams on the right from Scottsdale, and Denver's Felipe Garcia. And after round number 1, in the corner of Bones Adams, Jesse Reed already making his assessment of Garcia, saying he's slow, use the speed, get in and out, start with a jab, put those punches together and work the body. So Jesse Reed just needed 3 minutes to analyze Felipe Garcia, but he didn't see the Felipe Garcia who's gotten going.
Well, Jesse Reed, an outstanding trainer, has been with Adams the last 3 fights. He joined him for the Tommy Parks fight back in November of '94. So he's still trying to make some adjustments in regard to Bones Adams.
Sean O'Grady, you turned pro at the age of 15. You had
Tender, young age.
Yes, you had 86 professional fights before you retired at the age of 24. So you perhaps more than anybody else could tell us, what does a guy like Bones Adams feel like now in his 36th professional fight at the age of 20? Does he feel that it's all rushing, he's got to do it now, and
no.
maybe a burnout's coming on?
No, he's playing, trying to get back, to what he knows best, and that is having fun in the ring. And there's another similarity too. Adams was managed by his father. However, recently he's been self-managed, and he's been training himself. He brought in Jesse Reed, as we talked about earlier, the last 3 fights to try to smooth the rough edges.
And the similarity, of course, was that you were managed by Adams' father, too.
Mr. Adams. The Adams family. My father, Pat O'Grady.
Oh, I knew there was a similarity there somewhere.
You are tough. I can't pull anything over on you. I'd like to. There's something right here I'd like to pull over on you.
Well, Bones Adams trying to pull something over on Felipe Garcia, but does Garcia have something up his sleeve?
He doesn't have a shirt on.
Yeah, we're going to check your sleeves out, as a matter of fact, before we go on too much longer.
Yeah, but this round, Garcia is getting busier. He's throwing more punches than he did in that first round. They're all hooks. He's getting beat to the punch because Adams throwing his punches in a straight line. Garcia is trying to go to the hook. The closest distance between 2 points is just what Adams is using. Straight punches.
Round number 3 of this scheduled 10-round featherweight fight. Al Albert along with Sean O'Grady ringside. Happy you're able to join us on the Tuesday night fights. And this one just starting to warm up. Adams on the left, and Garcia now twirled around to the left side. Bones Adams, 5'5", 124, said he was a skinny little kid from the get-go. And as a baby, they started calling him Bones. Don't call me Clarence. My name is Bones. And we've heard all the puns already from the champ.
All the ones I have in my arsenal. I think there's one.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Thanks a lot.
And protecting himself is Adams.